For our next example, suppose you have a function x squared minus 5x plus 6. Now, using the conventional way, we need to find the factors of the constant term that add up to your middle term. So the factors of 6 could be 3 times 2, but if you add these numbers, they will add up to 5. But our middle term is negative 5. So this is wrong. Now let's try negative 3 and negative 2. Negative 3 times negative 2 is equal to 6, and negative 3 plus negative 2 is equal to negative 5. And so these numbers will be paired to your x as your factors. So this would be x minus 3 times x minus 2. So these are your factors. Now, using our calculator, we can press mode and go to equation and then pick quadratic functions to factor out the given equation. Your coefficient of A is 1, and then B is negative 5, and your C is 6. 1, negative 5, and 6. Now, our x1 is 3, and our x2 is 2. Again, our x1 is 3, and our x2 is 2. Setting these to 0, we move 3 to the left side, so it will be x minus 3 equals 0. And we also move 2 to the left side, so it will be x minus 2 equals 0. And so these would be your factors. Now for our next example, let's deal with this function. X squared plus 8x plus 16. Now we know that this is a square of a binomial. Now why? Because the square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 16 is 4. And 4 times x times 2 is equal to your middle term. So this would be a plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Now, if this is minus, your middle term would also be minus. That's something you need to remember. And so our factors here would be your a is the square root of x squared, which is x. And your b is the square root of 16, which is 4. So you can rewrite the equation as this one. Now, using our calculator, let's input 1 as the coefficient of x squared, 8 as the coefficient of x, and 16 as your constant. Press equals. As you can notice, your calculator will only provide you with one root instead of our common results when we are factoring quadratic equations, wherein you will have two roots. Now, this will only have one root because this is a square of a binomial. So your x is negative 4 from the calculator. But your factors cannot be x plus 4 alone because this is in the second degree. So you will have to multiply this by itself. And so it will become x plus 4 squared.